dispensary. Okay, so there's a few things that I have been going on. This is just going to be a quick video, but I'm going to show you guys some stuff other than the topic here at hand. But we'll do the topic first. So today, yesterday, I should say, it was, of course, came out that they have been bombing, that they started bombing on Syria. And if you guys didn't hear Trump Jr. last night, he really he came correct with a lot of real good information that needed to be said. And I think he did a real good job. He was dropping some truth bombs, and on at the conservative conference. But one thing, of course, he brought up, a lot of them have brought up since it happened. It's been a bad time for news for them. Oh, what a perfect time to have this thing. It's almost like it's set up like that. But, with everything with Cuomo, it's like, I mean, that is just, we've known it for so long, but you're just so used to incompetence and people not getting charged for doing things that obviously bad. It seems like the only reason he's really being charged because he has two things going on at once. He also has fresh sexual abuse charges, which he's beaten a bunch of times before, this type of thing. I mean, it's a pattern with this guy. But anyway, but now they're bombing Syria, and the bombing of Syria happened right after speaking to the king of Saudi Arabia, who we know as a prince before he was the king of Saudi Arabia, was having a hell of a time. He wouldn't have made it if he didn't have this like alliance he had with Trump. It also just came out, which is real kind of funny. Well, first let me just say this. So right before the bombing was done against Syria, and I'm saying a lot of keywords here, but you know what? I already got a strike on my video before last. I try to soften up on the algo with my last video about the Kardashian, just kind of threw that in there just to kind of cool it off. Just put out like a big article, just see what happened. I just wanted to do something safe, but just to test it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna say it. So, and I'm telling you, if you're listening afterwards, there's something I want to bring up. I mean, this is like the big news, but there's something I really want to let you guys know because my next video, it's almost like too big of a topic for you guys not to have an idea about it. Anyone who wants to check this out, you want to see something real cool. We'll talk about that after. So, but back to this. So he bombed Syria after shutting down all the American pipelines, yet not the Russian pipelines. Bombed Syria. Right before he did it, he was talking to the King of Saudi Arabia. It's really interesting. It's really interesting because it makes you think, huh, what the hell? It makes you realize that the recent news today is bigger than you realize if you didn't know that piece of information. But, I looked into it and apparently, he hasn't been talking to many heads of states. Canada, of course, I heard about that one publicly, but you don't really hear about them publicly. And if you do listen to the press conferences, they're always saying he hasn't talked to China, he hasn't talked to this one, this one. There's a lot of funny theories. Also, he's not flying with the call sign Air Force One. What is that? And the nuclear football. You guys hear about this? And then now they don't even want to give him the codes. They want like other people to. Something big is coming, guys. Um, that's as far as I'm gonna say about that. But as far as today, let me show you what is going on. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong. You guys are like looking at something that has nothing to do with what I'm gonna talk about. Sorry about that. I don't even know if anyone's here. Oh, how you doing, Trip? So, okay. So, if you guys didn't see this, so here's the story here, and I have the video right here. Iran back Houthis ballistic missile intercepted over Riyadh. That's the capital of Saudi Arabia. So check this out. This is crazy. What a video. Oh man, America, hold up the other way.
Yo! Yo, guys, we have to go. We have to. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you know what? Let's just go to them and go get it right now. But anyway, see that
Yo!
you see the anti-aircraft being shot up. It's pretty cool. But then the guy's kind of like, oh shit, we better get out of here. If they're shooting missiles overhead, it looked like multiple. Well, no, it might have been just one missile intercepted. It's just that's part of how they catch them. You know, sometimes they explode. The primary explosion is the anti-aircraft weapon, how it works. But it seemed like that one was legit, like an intercept, like connected in the air instead of deploying some type of fire. You know how they might do it in other ways where there's a primary explosion before the actual explosion. So, so for some reason, as we know, this president spoke to the king of Saudi Arabia, then bombed Syria. He hasn't been speaking to me. I'm telling you, something's up with Saudi Arabia. Something's up. I'm just keep an eye on these things. It's I don't even. I mean, there's enough of a connection there for me to start like just. I just want to be very careful what I say. I want to give you guys an idea how I'm thinking. Let's just keep an eye on this because I just find it very fascinating. And then this is what comes out right here. So I'm assuming that there's a lot you guys know, right? I'm kind of coming to things with that assumption a lot of times. Okay, and then so here's this was put out by the travel department, or travel org. What is it? So this one says security alert. Just in, U.S. Department of State alert issued over attack in Riyadh. There are immediate reports of a missile attack in Riyadh. The U.S. Embassy, Riyadh, urges U.S. citizens to take immediate precautions and stay alert in case of additional attacks. Makes sense. That's gonna come out. You know, if you're out traveling abroad, you want to know these things, especially if you're over there. Oh, and by the way, the thing that happened in Syria, and I didn't know this until I heard Trump Jr. say it so many times yesterday. He actually says it on three different occasions in like his 6, 7 minute rant of truth. A lot of stuff that needed to be said, I feel like. But he mentions on three different occasions that it had been 33 days. On the 33rd day of his presidency, he's already bombing Syria. If you think that's by accident, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think it is. And he just happened to have this. It just the 33 thing. He was driving that point home. He just kept on saying the 33rd day. Why on day 33? Like, he was saying it without saying it. So it's pretty interesting. And if you guys don't know the significance of 33, the Freemasons and 33rd degree Masons, and I'm sure you guys know these things. No, 33rd day. I know, I didn't even do the math, but he said just over 30 days. He says 33 on three different occasions, and then he also talks about just over 30 days. That's the only time he doesn't actually say the 33. But on three other occasions, he mentions 33. If you go back and listen, he keeps referencing it. So I found that interesting, and I find it interesting that he had just talked to the Saudi Arabia king, and how rare it is for him to speak to any other world leader right now, outside of the ones literally on our border, like Canada. So I just a lot of weird stuff with this. So we'll keep an eye on that. And here I want to show you guys something that I've been looking into. Oh yeah, they love it. That's how they work. And of course, yeah. So this we're talking about the Syria missile, right? The bombing. We killed 17. I mean, these things are just expected. I wasn't even gonna mention any more on it. I'm just going off a comment, but it's true. Their numbers, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I'm not even surprised anymore. Everything that is pro patriot, I would say. 17 this, 17 that. Now, I don't think a bombing is pro anything, but if you're looking for some type of like just something telling you like there's so many, why is everything just kind of happening? It's like what it would mean is so crazy, but we've been picking it up since, I mean, we dissected that first day. It was so much, and I didn't even get to anything. I didn't even get to how the way the uniform code of military, well, military justice is a little different. This is like just how particular the military is about things, and the way that they only shot one of the cannon with another cannon on standby and another cannon not manned at all. It's exactly what you do for a foreign dignitary. You guys know how I feel this has been going. And I just think, hey, if this was really going to happen, then it has to be some, like, you can see the evidence of how things have been built up and they could just turn on a dime. And it would be happening soon. And there's been a lot of stuff this weekend that got me thinking about that. But outside of that stuff, because you know what? Talking about that stuff is like touching fire these days, right? I mean, it's freaking crazy. I already got a strike. I can't believe it took that long. But I got one the other day finally. You know, I've been demonetized, of course. I expected that was a given. But you know, they'll probably move on me soon. So if you guys want to stay with the channel, the red pill dispenser. Um, you know what? On the next video, which I'm going to tell you what the topic of the next video is right now, and you guys, this is what you want to hear. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting stuff that I just talked about. That's all wicked interesting. But this is something different entirely. So the CIA had declassed, and plus, see the stuff that this is what will probably get this video taken down. Um, what I'm about to say. So just so you know, and I have all the folders. I'll at least show you guys how to get there. But this is something that I want you guys to see. So I'm supposed to nice FF to read Derek's case. Oh, Derek's. Wait, Derek who? Derek who? Derek's. Derek who? Trip. So I've been looking into this thing. Now, some of you guys might have heard of this. This was declassified in 2019, along with some other stuff. Have you guys anyone heard of this? Right there. You see that? Oh, the Floyd case. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. That situation seems so ridiculous to even happen, but it's one of those things that's so ridiculous. I think it had to have happened. The only thing that's weird is um I saw videos, not just like pictures that was supposedly from before that, but like videos with like proof of date with like a picture of him before it happened. It was so weird. That's what I found. It wasn't like something that just looked like him. Like, no, it was like the actual expression that they used. Um, do you guys see this? What I just put in? GATEWAYTAPES. What it says at the top there. Have you guys heard about this? So let me tell you, right? This is something from the CIA that um, was declassified in the middle of 2019, from what I understand. And it comes from this method that has been done by this guy from the Monroe Institute. Um, his name's Monroe. His last name's Monroe. I'd have to look up exactly. Hey, Callan, how you doing? You here in New Hampshire? I lived in for a little bit. I lived in Manchester for like 6 months. Analysis and assessment of gateway process, CIA. So this is legit, guys. This is from the CIA. It was declassified in the middle of last year, well, the middle of 2019, so not even 2 years ago, from what I understand. And there, the way that works is there is okay. First, let me. So if you guys just Google it yourself, let me see. I want to. Hopefully, something for Reddit will pop up. And right now, it's if you click this, it's in the comments section where I just want to show you where I got it from Reddit. And the name of it from Reddit is My Experiences with the Gateway Process. And then you go down, and it's pretty quick. Boom, right here. I won't be mysterious about this. Here you go, what you're looking for. So check this out. Bang. This is it. This was declassified by the CIA. What it is basically is like meditation techniques. They use like these two, and the thing is, it really rings true to me because for anyone who's been with the channel a while, you probably have heard me say, and it's true. I had a top secret clearance in the military myself, more so with signal analysis, signal collection, listening, and so I know a lot about frequencies, and I can't go really. You can't go. I can't go far into frequencies at all. I just don't know what's exactly classified because there's things in this that seem like they want to keep it secret, which I think they're trying to do, but I don't know. They just released it, and what's kind of gross about it is like anyone who's done this technique, which by the way, it can lead to like you can have like you can be like you can train your consciousness with this technique from the CIA. I'm talking about as I had to. I didn't like plan on doing like a whole show on this, but I'm just trying to have you guys at least like do some looking into it, and then I want to come back and talk about it on another show. It's really something. I'm telling you, it's really, really something. Um, and it rings totally true to me. Um, it's a word for the. I gotta look up some of these terms, but like if you're supposed to do it with your headphones on, basically you listen to like this audio. It sounds like a like waves crashing. I've listened to the tapes, and it's effective. And what it does is it rings a certain frequency in one ear, a certain one in another ear. Now it's funny because the frequency of our third eye is, or I think it's our third eye, something like that, is 114 hertz. Which for you biblical people, anytime you hear 114, especially 114,000, it's the number of people that will be saved. Well, there's a lot of golden numbers like that. 360 or 360,000, like same thing at 114. Like there's certain numbers that these golden numbers. It's like not just do they come into play with a circumference, but also with every angle, and it's just certain golden numbers. And one of them is 114. 114,000 might be something that makes more sense to you. And that happens to also be like basically the frequency that we all kind of buzz at. Well, anyways, this will give a frequency of right ear and your left ear. And the idea is to turn off your left brain because your left brain gives you all your reason, and your right brain can be so perceptive. It's kind of like when you look at those, you see pink or white shoe or the green or gray shoe, green and gray or pink and white. If you ever seen that, just type it, just Google like what color do you see shoe? Just and it's amazing. I see the green and gray because I'm left brain. Always, and Amanda, for instance, sees the pink. She's right brain. She's more perceptive. She's an artist. Um, I'm more like reason, I guess, and thinking numbers and patterns. So it's very, very interesting, but it's almost like one of those things. It's like the more you say, the less you're gonna understand it. So I want you to look at the actual literature. So just put in gateway experience, gateway tapes. What it says at the top. You could put that. You could put what I searched at the beginning. There's so much. Interesting stuff. I mean, yeah, Jedi. It's like the men who talk to goats. You guys ever seen that movie? The men who talk to goats. And the thing is, like, this is available for the whole public, but nobody does it. It's commitment. This is like, there's six waves And out of the first five waves, which I have all of them, there's six like 40-minute videos for each wave. So 6 times 5, 30. 30 in all 40 minutes each. So this is something that you do over time. You know, you maybe do a video a day, and then you have to go back and repeat and practice and be, in the moment. So it's not, and I was all there's things I just know I can't play. This is even though they declassified it, they don't want people finding out about this. For instance, even though I'm saying these are free, you might think, oh, wow, big deal. Ah, it is a big deal. They try very hard to keep this from you being able to see them. If you go to buy it on Amazon, it's $550. No joke. I'll show you right now. So it's even people who know about this have a wicked hard time finding it. I was able to find some of them, then I was able to basically find them all, and then I finally got a link to just all of them in one place. I don't have to go digging each time. Cost of, so you can just see what I put here. Cost of the gateway, and then TAPES. Oh, not tip. All right. Oh, you've seen this audition? Binaural beats. Thank you. The binaural beats. Yes, I believe one is at 114 and one's at 100 for your ears. It's different frequencies. It's very interesting. You're not gonna get it just trying it once. I kind of did one from each wave. I did what I thought would be the most important one for wave. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta go back and do it. And I already felt like a sense of calm and a sense of focus after that is pretty rare for me. And I can focus really well, but this was a level of focus that lasted. It was impressive just from doing a couple of these things because it's amazing the way our brains work, guys. It's amazing how our brains work. It's really fascinating stuff. Your brain's essentially a quantum computer. And the whole idea, by the way, is that you can kind of tap into this and bring back these messages. And it's really something. It's really something. And the CIA, in order for you to have an out of body experience, which doesn't even do it justice to exactly what they're talking about. I mean, we're talking like slipping dimensions, astral projection, and some people have remote viewing. They might call it. Although I don't think it's exactly remote viewing. Although I bet you that the idea is similar. Um, This seems to be very direct and a way of tricking your brain into dropping that left brain kind of reason, that you put on everything. But this is what I want you guys to check. Oh, so yeah. So, yeah, it's $550 for this. Is that all, Sam? Yeah, basically, yeah. With all the fluoride and I'm telling you, this is really something interesting. I just couldn't. It's just that you can find these things. But anyway, this is $550. So, all right, 550. I'll just I mean, I know you believe me, but let me just show you. I just want sometimes like there's so many things called gateway, and this is like so unknown. So, like I said, it's from the Monroe Institute. Free. I was gonna say free. What? Free shipping. I was gonna say. No. This is expensive. Look at that. $513.50. They have two copies on Amazon. Well, at least for this way of buying it. And guess what? People are gonna buy it. People will pay $513.50. Just to give you an idea. This is legit. This is just audio from the 80s or from the CIA. Yeah, get to. You know, I mean, it's pretty. The reason they do this, I mean, do you know how hard it is to keep audio from being? I mean, that's been a problem with music, and you know, just the audio can do it. And there's some great versions just on YouTube. You can find them. Just to give you an idea of what to type in, um, if you guys just want to kind of like try it or see, like I said, listen, this is how I got the whole link. I mean, but the best way to show you guys is to show you exactly. I just put, I just put in straight up that. I just wrote it out, the exact word right there, gateway tapes. All right, so boom. See, everyone's typing in how to get it free. But if you just type this in, look, one of the third thing that comes up for me. I don't know if it's because I do Reddit here and there. I don't know, like big on Reddit, but you know, some good stuff in there. Actually, it's not even how I learned about this. I just stumbled upon this. This is something that I can just tell it's not big yet, but it should be. Trust me, guys. Trust me on this one. Um, so yeah, if you just click that, I don't know if you guys have accounts, but just so you know that on this one, my experience with the gateway, you can get it in here. Okay. Wait. So how do you listen to the tapes? A reply to that. Boom. And I'll just show you guys quick, just so you have an idea what it looks like. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing because it's just it makes total sense. I just know enough about frequencies, and it's just there's so much more to them. It makes perfect sense. The science is sound. So okay, and just seeing my effect from just in doing it, a couple of them. I don't even know the terminology yet. I just figured there'd be some other people out here that at least want to try. So wave one, discovery. Wave two, threshold. And by the way, so we'll go to discovery, for instance. All right, so this is just so you have one, two, three, four, five, six audio, and then two or three documents. So six audios. Just to give you an idea, introduction to Focus 10. Focus 10 is like a level of focus, I guess. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, don't go there. It has seven thumbs up though. Would someone just give it a thumbs up? You're a darling. What does it say here? After you download and read. So yeah, if you guys want to look into it, like I said, you can find it on YouTube. I don't want you guys to all hit a link and get a friggin' bug though. So just go to YouTube and you put in just like it says. So you can put Wave One Discovery, right? And then there's CD1, CD2, CD3, CD4, you know? So it looks like there's a CD1, CD2, and CD3. And each CD has two parts. All right? So you could do it that way. So wave 1 through 6 or 1 through 5. I didn't see any for wave 6. So do wave 1 through 5. And then on each wave, there's CD1 and CD2. And each CD has three 40-minute parts. Um, and I'll just tell you the waves real quick, and then I'll even play a tiny bit of one. Wave 1, discovery. Wave 2, threshold. Wave 3, freedom. Wave 4, adventure. Wave 5, exploring. Wave 6, odyssey. See, the wave 6 didn't have any audio files though. So here, we'll do it real quick here. For instance, wave. Oh. See, I wouldn't type in the whole, I just put gateway, wave 1, introduction. And I think it said Focus 10 was the name of that, Focus 10. You could probably just write anything. You could probably, here we go. And if you guys want to hear some people talk about this, it's pretty interesting.
muscles in your forehead. Let the muscles in your forehead relax. Go limp.
How many minutes? About 40 minutes each. This one, for instance, 37 minutes. Now, I hope you're not trying to do it to this. You just to give you an idea, you have to listen to both headphones because you need a certain frequency in one ear and a certain frequency in the other ear.
Let them relax. Relax and go limp.
Now, you guys might think you can't be hypnotized. You might think that stuff. I thought that too, until I met a real hypnotist as a doctor for PTSD. And what happened was he hypnotized me. There was all these thoughts. My buddy took a bullet for me. Whole crazy situation that happened in Virginia Beach. The guy in the Navy shot him. He was in the Navy, and I was in the Navy. It was a crazy situation, and it always bothered me more than anything. It was, you're out having fun. You don't expect it to happen, especially you're out having fun in the military, stateside. So we actually were both on leave. We just happened to be visiting someone else in the Navy in Virginia. And what happened was he got shot, and I had PTSD from it, and I got hypnotized. And it was one of the things I told him about. And I went back, and I always forgot about the 5 days in the hospital with him until he woke up, or until they took him out of a coma. And he ended up being okay to a point. And basically, I used to have to clean his trachea all day. That's what I do all day. I felt hopeless. I'm just sitting there with them, waiting for them to either let him wake up or wake him up. I don't even remember the circumstance, to be honest with you. You suppress so much when something very traumatic happens. You suppress all these memories. You just don't want to think about it. And you end up suppressing it. And cleaning out his trachea was something I was doing all day. And I never had any thought of it until after I was hypnotized, because I talked about it in the hypnotism and I brought back that memory, and it was clear as day. It's like that's all I did all day. That was like my task. You just end up concentrating on the smallest thing. It's like almost your mind's way of dealing with it or something. And I brought it back after being hypnotized, whereas I had suppressed it, in any kind of memory looking back, gone. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think there's 100% a lot to this. Like I said, the guy who created the method is someone with the last name Monroe from the Monroe Institute, and he created this. You can check out their videos. I'm gonna play one for you guys of somebody. Just someone attempting to break it down. This guy actually does a good job. This guy does do a good job, actually.
Part 2. All right, so let's start with the opening introductory part of this letter.
Hemisync. Yep, hemisync. Yep, that's it. That's it.
And basically, one of the things that it is, it's the McDonnell, Lieutenant Commander McDonnell, writing to the commander of the U.S. Army Operational Group, explaining the gateway process and how one can have out-of-body experiences, time travel, and the ability to, cross parallel dimensions. Now, when he introduces the task of this product basically, he's trying to show how to weaponize hemisyncing. He comes up with this really great quote. It was from Niels Bohr's son. Niels Bohr was the man who actually conceptualized the atom. That's why it's called the Bohr model of the atom, being that it has particle and wave properties. But his son, he said, Niels Bohr, the renowned physicist, once responded to his son's complaints about the obtuse nature of certain concepts in physics by saying, "You are not thinking, you are merely being logical." And that's the part that is the perfect segue into the beginning of what is explained here in the Gateway Method.
So yeah, the documents are important to read. So anyways, I just want you guys to check this out. I'm just I came across it about actually I first came across it a while ago, and I just thought nothing of it. I thought it was interesting, but you got to start reading some of the literature on it that's out, and just see what it's like. But it's something that makes as far as immediate effect, I think it's going to make you think clear. You won't even know it until you look back, and get your affairs in order. I think that you could definitely bring a message back. But if you start doing this every day, especially in the way like read the literature, if you start doing this every day, 40 minutes a day, but if you stay committed to it and train your consciousness, I think that the limits are just there. You'd be limitless, limitless. I truly believe that, and it's just a matter of doing that. I mean, you can look amazing too. You really only have to work out like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, really. If you do it every day, you really only have to do it a little bit. You don't even have to do much, but it's just doing it. So I just think it's something that would be interesting. I just wanted people who listen to this show to look into it because I can't say I would like to do it the next show. So I had, this is supposed to be like a 30-second show, of course. But I just wanted you guys to look into that. That way, when I bring it up, it's not like, there's some things that are known. Get familiar with the literature and everything. All right. I just couldn't be doing this and not share. And also, very important, we have to keep out an eye as well of what's going on because I find this very interesting what's happening. Um, it's just Saudi Arabia, huh? I don't know. I don't know. So we'll keep an eye on things. All right, this is the Red Pill Dispensary. Thank you guys. Salute.